Hello, welcome back to the Lost in Pink channel. I'm so glad that you've been enjoying the content I've been creating. If you're new to the channel, why not consider liking and subscribing? Let me know in the comments section below what you like and what you think I could change to help you further. Today, we'll be talking about honesty. It's very difficult for us sometimes to be honest with ourselves. We worry and we are prideful. When we combine those two things, we can beat ourselves up. And it then becomes very difficult for us to be honest with ourselves. We can often be prone to overthinking, and we judge ourselves too harshly based on the merits of others. The truth is that all of our lives are different. I would like to start today's video by doing something. If you feel comfortable enough to do so, follow along with me. If not, you can simply listen and understand. That is fine. First, if you aren't already, please stand up. Put your weight on one leg and raise the other leg to the side or behind you. Now hold it. Hold it. That's great. You can put your leg down now. Well done. You may be thinking, Nick, what does this have to do with being honest with myself? You have just balanced, which is something that you do every day with your life. You balance your hopes, your dreams, your life, your mental health, the way that you look after yourself. It's all a big balance. Acknowledging the good and the bad in your life is key to being honest with yourself. Life is about balance. To discover the good and the bad, there are other exercises we can do to be more honest with ourselves. The next is to reflect, and there are many ways that you can do this. I would suggest meditation as an initial method. I have beginner meditations and advanced meditations on this channel. Why not check them out? Other methods consist of identifying important questions, big life questions about what you want, where you are, and how you will achieve the things that you want. These will answer a lot about you. You can try journaling. This consists of simply writing what is in your mind and how you feel at the time. Don't be embarrassed. Just scribble away. You can read it back and learn a lot about yourself. You can try talking to yourself out loud. It's not a sign of craziness, but good personal development in the right situation. Why not take a walk in nature by yourself if you're safe to do so? This is a great way of being alone with your thoughts and discovering yourself whilst in the most natural and beautiful of scenery. Hobbies and other exercises such as reading are a great way to discover more about yourself. Film, book, and certain types of media allow us to explore our own ideologies and philosophies. The morals, trials and tribulations of other characters can teach us so much, and I strongly urge you to look if you don't already. Having that moral compass is a great way for us to own up to our mistakes. This is a great way for us to be more honest with ourselves. Being accountable demonstrates you're responsible. When you make a mistake, be prepared to take accountability for it. Being honest shows that you have integrity. It's often so easy to point fingers when things go wrong, or even not to speak up at all and hope that no one notices the error. You will, and you beat yourself up about it. This is why being honest clears the air, and why it's so important to be honest with ourselves when we make a mistake. Being upfront shows that we are relatable. I know that it is not nice to have to own up if you make a mistake, but this is natural. Having these negative feelings is important for self-growth. Pay close attention to your feelings. This is another way of being more in tune and honest with yourself. Self-validation is accepting your own internal experience, your thoughts and your feelings. Self-validation doesn't mean that you believe your thoughts or think your feelings are justified. There are many times that you will have thoughts that surprise you, or that you don't reflect your values or what you know is true. You will also have feelings that you know are not justified. If you fight the thoughts and feelings or judge yourself for having them, then you will increase your emotional upset. You'll also miss out on important information about who you are as a person. Learning to self-validate is not easy. You can start with mindfulness exercises. I have many on my channel. Please take a look. I know that sounds very difficult, but just by being here, searching or clicking on this video and listening up until now means that you are engaged and you actively want to make a change in your life. So well done. That means that you have already taken one of the first steps to being honest with yourself. By exploring this, you are becoming a better person. You can ask somebody close to you that you trust, if you have them. They can be honest with you, and you can take on board the feedback that they provide. Don't be offended or get upset. As difficult as that sounds, the person that you're speaking with loves you and cares for you, and they will only provide that feedback because they believe that you can better yourself, as do you. By simply being here, you are bettering yourself. When you get this feedback, and when you look into yourself, remember not to overthink and self-blame. When we own up to our mistakes, the first thing that we do is self-blame. In this instance, we need to go back to being mindful, back to meditation, to stillness, and to calm, to be present. Remember that the only moment you have is now. The past is irrelevant. Now is permanent. The future is simply governed by what you do in the present. Being honest with yourself isn't about trying to find the meaning behind everything that happens to you. or blaming yourself for everything. Sometimes bad things happen to good people for no reason. It is not fair, I know, but we are strong. You are so strong, who can overcome anything. The real meaning of your past comes from what you decide to do after it. It is what we do that defines us. Being honest with ourselves allows us to know ourselves better. The better that you know yourself, the more that you can begin trusting your gut and intuition. This requires a deep self-awareness, but the more you master your intuition, the easier it is to see when your feelings are guiding you in the right direction versus when your feelings are guiding you in the wrong direction. With enough practice, you can learn the difference between an impulse, a mindless reaction, and your intuition, a fast pattern recognition. Being honest with yourself is an advantage when making choices in life. Don't worry if you don't have all the answers. Nobody does. We can only make a close enough approximation of what we have learnt. It was supposedly Socrates who once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing." Essentially, understanding our limitations keeps us open to new information and knowledge. Being honest about what we don't know keeps us humble and realistic. Oftentimes, when we assume we know everything, we act in a stubborn and irrational way. We also tend to ignore evidence that may contradict our beliefs. It can be difficult to balance logic and emotion. That is where honesty is something we need to practice on a daily basis. Being honest with yourself can be painful, but also highly rewarding. When honesty meets your willingness to change, there is no telling the ways that you can grow and improve. And you will. You are an amazing person. Believe in yourself. Trust when you are wrong. Build on it. Become better, stronger. Take some time, just a small amount out of your day. Be mindful. Address your issues. Be honest. You will get there. Thank you for listening. I hope that you will be lost in pink again with me in the future. Until next time, goodbye.